Ohio's next governor, Vivek Ramaswamy, joins me now. They're looking really crazy day after day, Vivek. How would you handle these people?
The way I would handle it, Jesse, is focus on what's actually important and ignore the noise along the way, right? The path to success is always rocky. It always has been. But the fact of the matter is, you look at what President Trump's accomplished, even for the economic accomplishments, look at actually the energy that's being unleashed, the supply of energy that's going up, even in sectors that had previously been shut down like coal. Look at the revival of meritocracy in America. Look at the sealing of that southern border. Those are some of my favorite accomplishments so far. And so my view is that we won in a decisive election last November. We control both chambers of Congress. We have a 6-3 majority on the U.S. Supreme Court. The fact of the matter is, it's up to us to deliver on that mandate. You know, the complaining from the side, from the bleachers, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. This is our moment to actually make history for the future of the United States. We've got some tough problems to solve. Let's be honest. The last 4 years were messy in this country. We've got a ballooning national debt. We have an educational achievement crisis that's worse than arguably any point it's been in modern history. That's what's going to make the difference for the next generation, not what the media is chirping about on a given day. And that's where I think we need to be focused.
How responsible are people like Al Gore and the media for whipping people up into such a friendly? Because, Frenzy, we have to deal with these people. We have to live next to these people, Vivek. You have to govern some of these people in Ohio, potentially, if you're lucky enough to serve. Did they take any responsibility for creating this psychotic environment when people don't even look at results? They just get transfixed by this crazy process that the media says is chaotic?
Look, I think there are a lot of people that have lost their mind in this country. When I get protesters at our events here in Ohio, Jesse, if it's good weather, my rule of thumb is I'm going to go out and talk to them. I spend half an hour with them. And the fact of the matter is, people are hungry to be led. For the last 4 years, we didn't have that in this country. We had a president who wasn't really cognitively functional in the White House for most of the last 4 years. People are hungry for leadership. There is a deep vacuum. President Trump is coming in there with a decisive mandate and is taking action. Is everybody going to agree on everything? Of course not. It would be a boring country if we did. But I don't think it's up to us to say, Al Gore can say whatever he wants. It's a free country. We have freedom of speech. At least our side continues to respect that principle about America. The fact of the matter is, it's up to us to decide whether or not we care. For my part, I don't particularly.
Well,
what I care about
why
is
I care,
chasing
though,
our
Vivek.
future, and Al Gore can say what he says about these sidelines.
I worry about the hysteria that gets whipped up with the Hitler stuff because of the assassination attempts. That's why I care about it. I don't care if people call him this or that. That's fine. But when you start getting to that level, that's when it gets weird for me, because other people are weird. And then they take guns and do crazy stuff. Do you see these people in Ohio? You say you confront them or you listen to them. What are they saying?
You know, my view is there's a mental health epidemic that's spread across our country like wildfire, Jesse. You look at depression, anxiety, fentanyl, opioid addiction, suicide. These are symptoms of that deeper void of purpose and meaning in our country. I think people long for leadership. They need to be led. And for a lot of these other figures, in some ways, the more we pay attention to the people croaking from the sidelines, the Al Gores of the world, the more importance we actually give them. I say, forget about what we're running from. We're chasing the future, economic growth in this country, a country that actually has borders, a national identity and pride. Frankly, pass that on to the next generation. Civic education, and our young people, bring that back. That's where I want us to focus. And the more we do that, the more successful we're going to be in 2026 and beyond. And I think the other people, they would love nothing more. The Democrats on the other side would love nothing more than us to be distracted by their shenanigans. We got to stay focused on why we're in this. We're here to chase the future for the country and our kids. That's why I'm in this. That's why President Trump's in this. Do that, we're going to be successful.
All right, so you want me to doge Gore from the show? I'll try. I'm not promising anything, Vivek, but you know what? It's a
recommendation.
It's an honorable objective. Thank you very much. We'll take it under advisement. Thank you very much, Vivek.
Thank you.